The winter months and holidays create more chances for fires. Today we are joined by Matt Groseclose with the Greensboro Fire Department to talk all about safety and how you can stay safe. So Matt, of course, thank you so much for joining us and talking about this important topic here.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get started here. What are some of the top causes of fires during the holiday season?
Well, cooking is going to be the #1 cause of fires all throughout the year. We do see an uptick during the holiday seasons. We just surpassed the Thanksgiving holiday, where we see a 400% increase in fires as our #1 day of the year for cooking fires. Now, as we get into Christmas and Christmas Eve and New Year's, we see our second, third, and fourth uh, days for holiday cooking fires. But then we also have to take a look at the fact that people are using candles for the celebration of the holiday season and keeping those candles too close to various items. And then, of course, Christmas trees. And people have to make sure that they keep those Christmas trees watered. They can absorb about a gallon of water every single day.
Yeah, so many of us buy the fake trees, and there are other folks who buy the real trees. So let's start with the real trees. What do those folks need to know if they're going to go out and buy those when it comes to
Well,
safety?
certainly, if you haven't gotten a real tree by now, chances are it's been sitting at a Christmas tree lot for 3 to 4 weeks and it's very dry. It's going to take even more water when you get it. If you've had that tree since about Thanksgiving, I hope you've been watering it every single day since then. With the candles, with the lights, and everything else like that, you have to watch if things were to happen to short out. If you have an older string of lights and that tree is dry, it could catch the tree on fire. You also have to be careful with pets getting too close to it, knocking anything into it. But the #1 thing, just keep it watered.
Yeah. With the winter months coming, what are some additional fire risks?
Well, we see a huge uptick in chimney fires for people who haven't cleaned out their chimney pipe itself. They can get a buildup of creosote, and they should have people come out once every year and clean that chimney out. With that, especially if anybody burns any kind of a gas powered stove or gas powered heater, they're going to want to make sure that they have a carbon monoxide alarm in their house. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas that can, at the very least, make you nauseous and give you a headache, and at the very worst, kill you. So, you want to have a working carbon monoxide in your home. Also, keep in mind that they expire after about 7 to 8 years. So, if you've had it for a while, you want to get a new one.
What should people know about space heaters?
Well, we see a lot of people use space heaters maybe to either save a little bit of money on thinking that they don't want to use their large heater and just heat the room that they're in, or maybe their heater is broken. You certainly don't want to use it too close to anything that can catch fire. It has to be used at least 3 feet away from anything that's combustible, whether that's a blanket in your living room, whether that's furniture, yourself, clothing, or anything of that nature. You also want to plug it directly into the wall. We see a lot of incidents with space heaters where they plug them into a power strip or an extension cord, and they're just not rated to take that kind of current.
And moving on to the chimney, Santa's favorite location, right? Any safety concerns there?
Well, again, back to the carbon monoxide theme. If you don't have your flue open or closed properly, you could get some of that carbon monoxide gas into your home. You could also get smoke in your home. So, along with that, also making sure that you keep it cleaned out.
Also, yeah, absolutely. Carbon monoxide is certainly a concern this time of year. Can you talk about that concern and how big of a concern it can be?
Yeah, we get carbon monoxide activations here throughout the city of Greensboro a couple of times a week. Oftentimes it's just due to a bad alarm, but sometimes it's because people haven't had their heaters properly serviced and things of that nature. So that's why it's so important to make sure that you have a professional come out once a year, take a look at your HVAC system, and make sure that it's working properly. A lot of times when we see issues with this, it's when people are in their homes for an extended period of time. Maybe they feel sleepy. They think, I'm just going to lay down and take a nap. And then if they don't have a working carbon monoxide alarm, it could result in long-term damage to their brain, or even more serious with death if they have a high enough concentration of carbon monoxide in their home. We call it a silent killer.
We got about 15 more seconds here. Let's try to squeeze it in. If people don't have working smoke alarms in their house, how can they get them, Matt?
Well, they can go to our website, gfdnc.com, and they can fill out a smoke alarm request form. We help people out throughout the city of Greensboro. They can also call us at 336-373-2576. We'd be happy to answer their questions. Sometimes we even send a fire truck out to their home to put a new one up.
All right, Matt, thank you so much for this important conversation. Again, you can find the entire conversation on our website, WFMYnews2.com. For now, let's go ahead and toss it to our chief meteorologist, Tim Buckley. Tim, you talk about the weather, you track all of the conditions. It's important for folks to know about those fire safety tips.